goddess here is called the triple goddess. She's also called the goddess of three fates. The three fates mean there's three goddesses. There's actually four of them. These three goddesses have judgment over everything that's going on. So this one goddess embodies three goddesses. Her name is Hecate. We're going to start off by spitting the rum to her. Then we're going to introduce the sacred whore. 90% of what there's more in the Bible, of the Bible hating on the whore or the harlot, than it is the devil. And why is that? You see, why is that? You see, we'll show you who the sacred whore is in a few minutes. And I'm going ahead of myself, but if you know a woman is very promiscuous, you know when she was out there and she was hoeing, you know her, and now she's conscious. And now she's conscious. Is she conscious and she used to be a hoe? Run to her. She's the most sacred shit out here. And if you was able to get a hold of some of it, you got something. Now, I had that experience that happened in the early 90s, and I'm going to tell you something. That's the most powerful shit on the planet. We're going to go into that. That's why the Bible has to shut that down. We'll go into that. I'm going ahead of myself. But, going back, you got this goddess here, the goddess of three fates. Now, she's the goddess of three fates, but I want to show this. Then we're going to pour a libation to her, and we'll go back into this with her. This is the same goddess. She has a lion head, a cow head, and a goat head. She got a sword on. You can tell that she is not about she ain't about the bullshit. You shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. There's a book called Sexy Witch. Sexy Witch. Can't think of the woman's name, or write it down because you only need the thing. In the whole first chapter, they go into how men and the church shut down the women by telling them that their virtue, you see what I'm saying, is to be obedient to them and to be discreet. You see what I'm saying? Based on these virtues, that's the highest level. You see what I'm saying? And it's a whole system that's put down to put women in slavery. And it's put down to stop the most powerful and only force there is for transformation. That feminine, raw energy. I'm going ahead of myself. So we're going to spit the rum. We're going to spit the rum out so to the goddess Hecate, and then we're going to go into different ones. There's one now that's being celebrated. I introduced her before in Brazil. Her name is Pombagira. I was saying Pombagira, but it's Pombagira. And here's a book that just came out called The Holy Harlots. The Holy Harlots. Let me get this right. It's called The Holy Harlots, but the name didn't come out when we did the overlay. It's called The Holy Harlots, and it says by Kelly F. Hayes. It also comes with a DVD, but it's in Spanish. This is coming out of Brazil, in the Candomblé. Holy Harlots, and it says feminine sexuality and black magic in Brazil. And they worship a goddess. Now I got a picture of her too. I'm going ahead of myself, but I got a picture of her too, called Pombagira. And when we get into this stuff, when I find the picture, I will show the picture of her as this promiscuous deity. But anyway, all this stuff is coming out now because in order for you to gain true access to knowledge, you have to uncover every aspect of life that's done on this planet. So you can't just sweep stuff under the rug and take what you want. So if there's a sacred prostitute, you need to know about it. There's a book called The Sacred Prostitute. And what is this stuff about? I'm going to explain what this stuff is about, because it's going to lead the aspect of the slut, promiscuous aspect, and it's going to come into raw energy and science. Saying, and that ancient primordial mother became Lilith, the enemy. You see. So they tell you in the most Hebraic scholars that they don't fear Satan, the accursor, because they know that you can't have God without Satan. These are talking about polarities. Their most feared deity is Lilith. You see. That the rabbi fears more. And here go again, because you're talking about the feminine principle. You see. You're talking about the feminine principle. So now, but we have to uncover all of that at a particular time. So right now,